Please welcome Thomas Grody, Chief Catalyst Officer of the Edge Innovation Hub. The Edge Innovation Hub is a creative ecosystem for fueling innovation and inspiring an exponential mindset for Grody family businesses and startups, including Donato's Pizza, Jane's Dough Premium Foods, The Grody Company, a food equipment manufacturing company, and BHEX, a 3D food printing company.
Good morning, good morning. Guess what? I am the last speaker, all right? And I promise, and then Don's gonna wrap up, but I promise you I'm gonna give you a fun, energetic 5 minutes, I promise. All right, so let me tell you a little bit. So I am Thomas Grody. I am the Chief Catalyst Officer. I get to work here. Those are all our family businesses. And I wanna start with all of us putting ourselves in a place of gratitude. Let me tell you what I'm grateful for. Think about what you're most grateful for in this moment. What are you grateful for? You're grateful the program's going to end in a minute. But you're also, what else also pops in your mind? I am grateful to be here speaking with you. I am grateful for Don and his team for putting on a fantastic program. Let's hear it for them. I am grateful that I get to work with my sister, Jane Grody Abel, my brother-in-law, Tom Kraus, my very good friend, Craig Turner, who runs the Innovation Hub, my cousins, Bob and Jack, nieces and nephews, and lots of family members. I get to do that every day. I get to do it here, right? And I am grateful that my father had this vision to start all these crazy businesses. So let me tell you, I'm going to take 5 minutes, I promise. Let me tell you a little bit about this. My dad would have gone on longer, so you're lucky you got me. So, next slide, please. So, there's my dad. He's also here today. Hi, Dad. There he is back in 1963 when he started Donato's Pizza on the south end of Columbus. If you look closely in the left eye, there's a twinkle there, that's me, and the right eye is my sister Jane. All right, keep going. Back during that time, that's the telephone that they used to take orders. Can you believe that? This is an article that published at the time. It said, the headline reads, "There'll be no escape in the future from telephones." The telephone of the future, question mark? Mark Sullivan from Pacific Telephone and Telegraph says, just what form the future telephone will take is, of course, pure speculation. Here is my prophecy. In its final development, that'll never happen, the telephone will be carried about by the individual, perhaps as we carry a watch today. It probably will require no dial or equivalent, and I think the users will be able to see each other if they want as they talk. Crazy. All right, next. That's the cash register he rung the orders up on. See that crank? Can you believe that? 1963. All right, keep going. A couple decades later, actually, remember those newfangled credit cards that came out? This is how you processed credit cards. Next slide. Car telephone. Those little phones we have were called car telephones, and you plugged them into the car. And it was a big deal. It was a big advancement in technology. All of those technologies are obsolete today, and they're right in the palm of your hand or on your watch. And now I can press a couple buttons, and I can order a cauliflower crust pizza from Donato's, and it'll show up at my door, right? Next slide. This is how we delivered pizzas in 1963. Guess what's happening? This is what's next. This is what's next. This is happening, folks. This is going to happen. You're going to have drones coming to your house with pizzas. I swear it's going to happen. Next slide. Everything you saw on the Jetsons, every single thing is coming true. So remember that program? It's all going to happen, all of it. Next slide, please. Star Trek. Some things have already happened, are happening, and will happen. That's a food replicator. We will be 3D food printing food, and it will happen instantly someday. Not yet, someday. Next slide. So what do we do about all this crazy change, exponential innovation that's happening, technological advancements in automation? What do we do when you're a 60-year-old business and a 50-year-old business? What do you do? Let me tell you what we're trying to do, and I say this very humbly. What we're trying to do is, next slide. We're trying to innovate. We built an innovation center on the edge of our campus, if you saw that little circle on the edge. Why did we build it on the edge? So that we can disrupt, we can have disruption and not be killed in that process. So you got to go out to the edge so you can innovate and make change and think about the future. That future, Chief Future Officer, I like that title, by the way. Next slide. We invest. Where can we put our energy and resources into future technologies? This is BHEX and 3D food printing. Next. We test. This is a ghost kitchen. We have one. I'm not going to tell you where it's at. Next. We partner with folks who can help us and we can help them. Rev 1 is amazing, folks. They have a lot of programming to help your business, especially startup. Next. We invent stuff. We use our know-how, our teams, our people to come up with ideas, and you will see lots of new automation coming into our restaurants in the next couple of years, I promise. Next. We explore. You can just take your phone. My dad asked me a question. What about this? Oh, I don't know. I'll find out. Do. All this technology comes up. Companies, people, contacts. We can talk to anybody, anytime about any technology and learn about it quickly. It's so much fun. Next. We collaborate with each other. Nothing works unless we do this together. So the folks within that circle we work with every day. I get to work with my family. I'm so lucky. I can't even tell you. Well, most days I'm so lucky. And then we collaborate outside that circle, right? Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on outside the circle. So think about in your circle and outside your circle, what are you doing? Next slide, please. Most importantly, this is my last thing, I want you to grab your bags, pick your bags up. Come on now. Pick them up. Now dig deep into the bottom of that bag. Grab this coin. Grab it. Get it in your hand. I want to see coins or I'm going to make you wait longer. I want to see coins. This is called an agape coin, folks. This is a gift from us to you today. What does it say on there? It says, lead with love, use the golden rule, and do the next right thing. There's no logo on there. This is not about our companies. This is about our values. If you share these values, use this coin. I want you to stand up. Everybody stand up. Stand up. Let's go. Come on. Take that coin. Take that coin in your hand. I want you to give it to the person next to you. Give it to him. Now, hurry up. Let's go. We don't have all day. All right. Now, if this worked right, everybody still has a coin, I hope, right? You just gave somebody, you just led with love. You just used the golden rule and you just did the right thing. And guess what? You still have one, I hope. If you don't raise your hand, we'll get you one. We've got a website set up. It's called agapecapitalism.org or .com, either one. We took both. If you want more of these, you can order them. It's a nonprofit we set up, okay? If you want to order more of these, you want to give them away. And the biggest thing about this is if you ever have a tough decision, we talked about a lot of this today, about shaping the future. If you have a tough decision to make, just grab this thing. Just remember these basic, simple things, right? And then just try to do the next right thing. I promise you, next slide, that as we envision the future, right, whatever, this is Jim Grody's vision, folks. God help us. As we envision the future, I promise you, you're going to love who we are in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years if we use this darn coin, if we understand our values, if we live our values. This room is an incredibly powerful room, folks. This room, you think about all your circles of influence. How do you want life to be for your kids and your grandkids and your employees in 10, 20, 30 years? What do you want the city to be like? Your businesses, your families, your communities, the state, the country, the world. What do you want it to be like? And what I'm going to tell you today is you have so much power to shape that future. If we all do this together, Columbus is going to win big time. That's all I got for you today. Thank you so much. Have a great day.